How to force your brain for something. First step, build a bridge slowly. Imagine you want to build a bridge. How you start? Do you put all heavy elements at once and try to build? No, because it will fall down. Firstly, you have to start small from building fundaments, then you have to put some lines between, then some sticks, and then you can build some heavy elements. The same way it works with your brain, because we have something which is called neuronal pathways. And neuronal pathways actually are created between your synapses when you try to learn some new behavior, some new habit, or literally anything new. So when you want to start running in the morning, you don't have this habit, you don't know how to start. So your brain firstly need to create some bridges between your synapses to make this habit stuck in your brain. This is with learning all new information. And if you, for example, set your goal to run every morning like at 6 a.m. 10 miles, of course it won't work, because it's like building so huge bridge at once. You will maybe start, but you will for sure fail. But if you set your goal for something much smaller, like at 6 a.m. I go 15 minutes walk, just walk, like do a small round around your city. It's what I mean by starting from something small. The neuronal pathways will start to be created, and then every new mile, every new enhancement of this habit will just be like building new elements of the bridge, not like building completely new bridge out of nowhere from heavy elements.
And here I want to ask you for subscribe because we are very close to 100.
That's why you need to start small. Unfortunately, most of people completely don't realize that it's a way, and even if they know, even if everybody tell around them to start from something small, they will still think, oh,
I will overestimate completely my value and my abilities, and I will start to completely changing my life, run 10 kilometers a day from today, new year, new me, and things like this.
Nope, that's not how neuroscience works, and that's not how you should supposed to act. So really, start small. If you think now you will be better than people who started from something small, no, you won't be, because you will quit after few weeks, because your bridge will just fall. The next step is don't build 30 bridges at once. So make your steps as easy as they can be. If you, for example, want to start training, and you think I will train on this fancy gym which is like 30 kilometers away from my hometown and things like this, no, you won't, because you have to at this time create 30 new bridges, like so much more connections between neurons than normally if you would have just few weights in your home. You have to wake up, eat something, wash yourself, go to car, drive to the gym, change your clothes, start to training, go back to your home. It's like building so many bridges at once. But if you, for example, buy some few weights to your house and just after waking up do this normally, it will be building just one neuronal pathway. Of course, you should develop, I recommend to do this, but firstly, finish one bridge, build just one bridge, and then build another. Don't make your tasks really hard and really advanced to do. You have to make them as easy as it's only possible, because other way you will have to create so much more neuronal pathways that your brain just won't be able to do this, and you will quit much shorter than you expect. Another step is make it fun. Did you ever heard about this lofi lifestyle, lofi girls who just study with a coffee or with a tea, with candles in extremely clean room, and they have this fancy colorful notes and they seem to enjoy studying? Yes, because they made the process of studying much more enjoyable than you. So they can study 5 hours every day, and you just sit in your dirty room and try to study. Everyone says discipline, discipline, discipline. But that's not how our brains works. If you don't have any associations that it's something at least would give me a little bit of pleasure, your brain will start to quit at any possible moment. You have to at least try to make this process fun for you, because then there will be created pathways which will associate something which is good for you with something which is also fun. So it will be positive enhancement in your brain, and you will be able to continue these habits even when the discipline is over. And trust me, it will be over much shorter than you expect. I mean, it's maybe 1% people on this planet who is able to continue their discipline forever. We are not built like this. We are just animals who care about our emotions and who care about our neurotransmitters, which gives us motivation. And unfortunately, when we don't get dopamine from something, we are nothing. imagine that mouses were dying from lack of water because they weren't drinking, where they were clinically unallowed to produce dopamine in your brain. That's how it works. So you should prioritize neurotransmitter production in your brain. Think how you can make your behaviors much more fun. For example, when you study, maybe you want to study with your friends. I know it's like so common, but study with your friends, blah blah blah. But really, think about that. Text few people, do you want to study with me? I will learn this, you will learn that, and then we'll meet to share knowledge. It's something what almost nobody does, and everybody kinda know it's good, but you should try. Or for example, make a fun routine. When I started to training, I used to always in the evening close my room, put very nice music, and just imagine myself in some edits from Instagram. Like, I know it's stupid, like me on the beach, me as a surfer and something like this. And it really gave me some interesting routine to do this, and I felt like David Late on edits. Another step is correlated strongly with the previous one, but it's to do this with people. There was this statistic that when a startup is created, startup in America, like some new company, technological company, and it's created alone. Do you know what's the success rate? 10%. So it means 90% of this startup will just go bankrupt. And do you know when just two people, not one, but two people are creators of the startup, what the fail rate is? It's just around 40%. So look how big the difference is when you do something alone and when you do something with people. You should prioritize doing something with other people. I won't give you like specific advice where to find it. Think alone, think about some Facebook groups, think about some Discords about your topics. Like, think about your classmates if they are smart enough. People have extremely large impact on us. The next step, our brain hates to make decisions, and literally we prefer to do something which is not so enjoyable than create new decision pathways in our brain. So when you, for example, the evening before plan that tomorrow at 8 a.m. I will study for 1 hour, it's very specific, it's very good plan, and your brain just won't have to make decision tomorrow. So you will just look at this paper and, oh, I need to study now. And you don't make any new decision, and your brain will be just, okay, nice, I don't have to make decision, I will just study. I didn't believe how important are list of tasks, but really, it's something what will completely transform your self-improvement journey, so you should definitely try. Here we use some bad trait of our brain, which is like hating of doing decisions, in something good, which is like taking decisions the day before, so now we don't have to think about it and we just start doing something productive. And the last one, and probably the most important point, don't disturb yourself. You have to make the distraction very hard. For example, I bet you sleep with your phone like next to your bed. When you study, you have it on your desk. When you're reading book, you have it right next to you. And it's a huge mistake because you literally did everything what I recommend to do for good habits, but for a bad one. You keep it very easy to get, it's very enjoyable, and in very easy steps you can get new portion of dopamine. Absolutely terrible. So at least put some app which will block apps from you. If you can't have offline phone or something, put an app which will be blocking all social media apps or something like this. Or just buy some phone which is just for calling or texting. It doesn't have anything fancy, you cannot scroll on that. Do something like this, take an action.